head football coach Denny Douds, and Coach Douds, you coached your 400th game on Saturday, the win over Cheney, and the first head coach in Division II football history to do that, the 15th overall. Ask you the same question that you were asked after setting the Division II record last year. You had the summer to think about it. What's the significance of that to you?
Well, I'm really glad that Greg Knowlton, our sports information director, keeps track of all these things. Because in reality, if you're a football coach, all you're worried about is the next game. I guess if you wake up enough mornings and listen to enough Star Spangled Banners, you got a shot at some of those things. But that's indicative of is all the great kids that have played for us. And I don't care whether it was in 1974, 84, 94, 2004, or 2012. We've been blessed to be able to be involved with a lot of great people, not only from the players, but also from the coaches. And it's been a heck of a ride, and we thoroughly enjoy it and thoroughly enjoy each game, and it just piled on one another to get to 400.
You look at when you got here in 1966 as an assistant coach when Charlie Reese took over. You took over the program in 1974. Is that something that you could have envisioned when you're starting at that point to put those kind of numbers together?
Not really. I mean, when we came here as a young married couple out of grad school, I told Jude that, hey, we'll be here for a year or two, and then we'll go someplace else. That's the way coaches did it at that particular time. And we sat down and we talked about it. And what do you want to do? And the first thing we want to do, we want a great community to raise our kids. In the Poconos, there's no better place than that. They like teaching, they like coaching, being involved with the young men. Wherever you would go to coach, the field was always 100 yards long. There's always 11 guys on the field unless the other team was cheating, and we're still going to be able to do that. Whether it was 10 people behind us or 85,000, that wasn't important. You could go out and line up a cornfield if you wanted to and play at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we'd be satisfied being able to do that because you'd still be able to play the great game. But when we came to that conclusion, and this was where we wanted to spend our lives and raise our family, things started to fall in line at that particular time. Did I envision being a head coach someday? Maybe as a dream, but not when I came, and not as it happened, but it did occur, and we certainly accepted that challenge.
When you put together those kind of years, obviously you had a lot of players come through the program. You've been fortunate to have a lot of father-son combinations come through here, and 3 really stick out at the quarterback position on Saturday with Matt Soltesz as a redshirt freshman throwing his first career touchdown pass, and his father Andy threw the big touchdown pass down at Westchester in the 1982 state championship season. You've had the other father-son quarterback combinations in Mike and Jimmy Williger and Brian and Matt Marshall. What does that mean to you that you've had those kind of father-son combinations, and especially at a prominent position like the quarterback?
Well, first of all, it's unique. It's special. Of all the fathers and sons that have played for us, I mean, Greg, if that was one of the true blessings of coaching, I'd put that close to number one in dealing with that. Because not only were you able to coach their dads, but then their family entrusted you with their sons to come back and do the same thing. And that's truly one of the major pluses in being at an institution over a period of time where you have that opportunity to do that. And we thoroughly enjoyed it. From a coaching standpoint, a head coach's standpoint, you fight like the dickens not to call the son the dad's name. But you know what happens? Every time you get into that, you get through about 3 years, and you start to relax and you say, hey, I got it into the 4th year now. And up slips one, and then you apologize to the guys, and they all laugh and have a good time with it. But that's where it is. But, with coaching the Soltesz and the Willigers and also the Marshalls, that's just been super. First of all, they're all class people. And the second thing, their sons were too. And, the old cliche about the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, boy, it's true in those families.
Yeah, you obviously know that about Mike and Jimmy. You're probably more familiar with Mike than just about anybody as your first quarterback here and won a couple state championships. Jimmy was able to take you to the NCAA playoffs twice, to the regional final and win that, and win the Harlan Hill Award. To have Mike Williger with you all 400 games, either as the quarterback or as an assistant coach, What does that say about your relationship?
Well, first of all, great guy, a great loyal coach, enthusiastic and passionate about the sport of football, and looks forward to get excited about it every day, to go out there and coach the kids and coach those quarterbacks and run the offense. And he's done a great job with that.
This year you do have a lot of young kids. You have obviously playing the two quarterbacks and Nate Daniels, the redshirted junior, Matt Soltesz, the redshirt freshman. Your face kind of lights up when you think about the youth on this team and the opportunity that some of these kids are having very early in their career.
Youth. I was at the dinner with June and my wife, and we were talking and said, "Hon, I thought we were past this stage 20, 25 years ago, raising our own kids." But you know what? They come back and they're doing the same stuff. So I mean, come on, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The youth goes through those particular cycles. When they do, then hey, you applaud the positives and you straighten out the when they get a little wayward in dealing with that. But it also creates the challenges. It also keeps you young because of what they're doing and being able to handle that situation. So it's an adventure every day with them.
You're 2-1 as we sit here right now. You're going out to Clarion on Saturday, and then the remainder of the PSAC Eastern Division schedule coming up. Where's the team at right now, and where do you think they'll be, say, in a month or so?
Well, I look at we're a growing project. Okay, are we better than we were the first week? The answer is yes. Are we where our capabilities are? Not even close. But we see some windows of magnificence in what has occurred in certain ball games, whether on offense or defense. Young kids making great plays, and you think, hey, will this whole team puts it all together? It is going to be an exciting ride for these kids over the next 4 years in dealing with it. But let's not forget the seniors. The seniors have done a super job in exhibiting their leadership and guidance to say, hey, this is the Warrior way, and here's how we're going to go about doing it. So from that standpoint, it has been thrilling, it's been challenging, and boy, is it exciting on Saturday afternoons.
We've got 7 games remaining in the 2012 season, and we'll look forward to the rest of it. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.